Canada in 1930.
Well, welcome this evening to Kelvin Grove Lawn Bowls Centre, where we have a beautiful match for you tonight. New Zealand against Malaysia. Zita Zalina Ahmed, commonly known as Lena to us, the double gold medalist, Manchester, Melbourne singles. But she's struggling here this week so far. She's lost to Norfolk Island and to India. But she's up against Jo Edwards, who is arguably the best singles player at this moment in time in the Southern Hemisphere. And she's already beaten India and the Niue Islands. No one's got close to her. But we've been very interested to get Jo Edwards on television up here in the Northern Hemisphere just to see how good she is. And the crowds have come in. Some very, very good matches here this evening. Well, the weather's closed over a little bit. It's still very hot. Humidity's gone down, thank goodness for that. 27 degrees. But the sun's still shining. A few clouds around. We have to take it all while we can. There's the crowd just building up now. There are other matches going on ring 2, so there may be quite a lot of shouting and noise over the next 2 hours. It may not always apply to our match, but it's all part of the atmosphere of playing in the Commonwealth Games. So I'm David Kirkle, and with me today again is Sharon Renshaw.
Hi David, yeah, looking forward to a good match coming up here between Lena and Jo. Two very accomplished players, which I've had a lot to do with over the last few years. So it should be a very good match.
Hence why we'll be specialising on this game. I've been quite keen, as I said before, just to see Jo Edwards, just to see how good she is. And she's got an enormous reputation down in New Zealand and Australia, but we haven't seen her up here. So we'll make our own judgments on that.
I'm sure you'll be impressed.
Green 4, Trevor Davis.
Actually fortunate enough to have Jo playing with us in Australia for a few months each year, so we've got to know her very well.
Zita Zalina, but known as Lena.
Right, stiff contest for the home crowd favourites. It's been so far so good for Scotland, conceding just 11 shots while scoring 46. Zambia and Niue have been put to the sword by the Scots. All for South Africa. It's been a mix to start. Lost out to New Zealand, but then comfortably defeating Zambia. They can't afford another defeat, and that will make them very dangerous opponents out here on the green this evening. So Scotland and New Zealand perfect. 1-2. South Africa with that defeat. Zambia and Niue will make up the numbers. South Africa, having lost to New Zealand, no, they've really got to beat Scotland here. Graham Pearson of Scotland is our on-rink marker. And each of the greens here at Kelvin Grove have 2 umpires available if they are required. As has become customary, and we're only in day 2, the countdown to play is greeted by the crowd. 2 hours, 15 minutes, the maximum time to play. A hooter would then sound, and you would complete that end. Or you play 18 ends in the pairs, 3 ball pairs coming up. Scotland against South Africa. I'm Paul Mitchell, alongside me, former Commonwealth Games medalist John Price. John, the crowd have come, they're gathering around the green. They very much expect to see some good play between Paul Foster and Alex Marshall.
Yeah, they certainly do, and this is a really good pair, Foster and Marshall. Won this title, of course, previously in Melbourne. But up against a very good South African pair, Jerry Baker and Jason Evans. You know Jerry Baker's pedigree.
So there's Alex Marshall, he's skipping the pair. And Paul Foster.
It's good. Yeah, just stay there, mate. Inside your on. Hurry up, mate. Keep it running, yeah.
Just a little glance. Steve's falling short.
Yeah, just about. Anything that gets close here, you can feel the crowd getting excited. A lot of support for Foster and Marshall tonight.
Just stay there, mate. You're just 2 feet.
Well, it's no exaggeration to say that Scotland expects a medal from this pair.
Yeah, you can't actually call them poster boys, but they're pretty popular up here.
Foster just wants to come to the green ball, just faces it back inside. So Scotland are first named, they will have blue stickers on their ball. South Africa, Jason Evans and Jerry Baker will be red. Players play with their own balls. Paul Foster delighted to have his. They were stolen a few weeks ago, or 3 of them were stolen from the clubhouse, leaving 1, which is of no use to anybody. And thankfully, from a Paul Foster point of view, they were traced and returned.
Left-handed Jerry Baker.
Come on, Bex. Oh, ball, mate. Well done.
That's very good, Jerry Baker. Off to a good start.
Ball shot. Stay if you want it.
Alex, his backhand.
Just tracking all the way through.
Okay, mate, look off yours. Hang around, Jerry. Right, wait again, eh?
Both Scots players with the bluish balls. So too, though, Jerry Baker.
Could be second ball. Good adjustment.
Holding 1. Wait's good, Jerry.
My ball second.
Sorry?
My ball shot.
Last ball is second.
My ball shot.
Your ball is shot, yeah. Good life, pal.
Baker just under the line.
Big swing away there if you get inside the line.
Just one shot. One ball to play from Alex Marshall.
Alex trotting after this. It's inside the line though. Won't affect the end. One to South Africa.
So the opening end to South Africa.
Little touch.
If you think Paul Foster's tall, and he is, he's going away an inch or two in height to his opposite number, Jason Evans.
Two big guys. He's playing second row for Scotland and South Africa. It's not safer on the bowling green. Paul Foster. Showing good weight, just haven't picked the pace up yet. Jason Evans from Neath, West Glamorgan, not too far from me. I live in Port Talbot.
Come on, Jason.
Found his way to South Africa.
Come on, Jason.
Yes, his dad emigrated to South Africa in the early 80s. Interesting story for you, Paul. That makes me feel a little bit old. I played his dad, Lenny Evans, in the West Glamorgan under 35 singles finals 35 years ago this week. 35 years, I feel my age.
You've got to tell us, did you win?
I did actually win that game. That's where Jason sort of had the bowls from, the bug. Lenny was a good player for the Neath Town Club in West Glamorgan. That club doesn't exist now, unfortunately. They were a very successful club in the 1970s. That's where Jason got his bowls knowledge from his dad, Lenny.
He's carried it on to international level with South Africa.
I'm sure there'll be a few boys from the old Neath Town Club, that area, tuning in tonight. Give Jason some support.
So here's Jerry Baker. Such an experienced player, playing his 5th Commonwealth Games. South Africa won the pairs in Delhi in 2010.
Bit more, mate. Couple of feet. Get off feet though, mate. Try, mate. Good. Get to that one.
Jerry Baker winning skip 4 years ago. Sean Arnault was his lead.
You got the straight now.
You've seen a few bowls today, John, on this particular rink. Just hang if you just over it a little bit on that forehand.
Yeah, can't go out too far. There's a drop back there, but you get a bit wide, it just hangs out. Now then, Alex.
Tat. Then you get Tat. Down,
Foster
Tat.
likes this.
Well, much appreciation for that bowl from the crowd. Alex Marshall picking the jack up.
I think it's fair, Jerry. Get on to that, you're pretty close.
Scotland lie.
Needs to get past that short ball. He's into it, I think, just under it.
That's a good way.
Go for it, mate. Pressure on. Pressure on, count.
Forehand again for Alex Marshall. Just running on a little, doesn't want to take his own out. Just tickle it round the corner. Scotland on the card. Tactical talk. Where are we going to see the jack length? Paul Foster usually likes to play a shorter length. Scotland have trained hard and prepared very well for this event. Everything from fitness to diet to how to warm up. They've left nothing to chance.
Comes down to who can perform best on the day, though, Paul. It's all the preparation in the world you're still going to deliver. Very experienced pair, Alex Marshall, Paul Foster. Success indoors and outdoors. Only pair ever to hold world indoor pairs and world outdoor pairs at the same time.
Are deadly on any surface when paired together.
It's a good ball by Jason Evans. Good weight on that.
Just such an easy looking delivery from Paul Foster. Comes off the mat to follow it up.
Jason Evans, similar line. Past the front ball, just inside it, overweight. A little bit too keen with that.
Well, a wry look there from Jason Evans. Turn the front one forward, he has done. It's inside the line. Played onto his own.
Yeah, like that. Right, well done.
Go ahead and get to this, good.
Oh, he's getting in the groove now, Alex Marshall. Crowd like that again. Lots of weight with this, needs a good connection.
Playing to reach, that was a Scottish ball he pushed up. It's not a good result. It's 3 shots to Scotland. Was a little bit of danger there.
Yeah, he needed a reach, he attacked it, just offline. I don't think Alex will play the draw again. Turns that jack round the corner.
Yeah, I'd certainly like to tuck it away.
Alex Marshall, really nice easy action. Follow throw. Good line again. He's in the area with this ball. Needs to hold on to the line. Yeah, it's counting.
Scottish smiles, but South Africa still have a ball. Line 4. Might just have to come into this one, Jerry Baker.
Yeah, you may see him attack this inside line. Bowls or jack. He's playing good weight at it.
Country.
He's got a chance with this.
Country.
I'll get second of that. That's a good ball.
That's a good cut down.
Yeah, it certainly was. He's in a bit of trouble. Played good weight for it, Jerry Baker.
So Scotland taking back-to-back ends. Just a single, but again, the weight built up. It did build up in Scotland's favour. Jerry Baker was having to do a lot of work there.
Paul Foster, been a prolific winner on the indoor circuit in recent years. No doubt he's been the #1 player in the world indoors. It's pretty useful outside as well.
I was going to say, once Paul Foster gets his groove, he's very, very hard to throw off. Just a little shout there. Oh, Jason Evans, very experienced player. He's got to be used to the fact that the crowd, especially the home crowd, are going to call out.
A little bit of banter in the crowd. It's a big lad, Jason. Gives you the eye, you better know it.
Good, mate. Delegates deflection out and start back.
For Paul Foster, there are other representatives of the South Africa team, just a couple of rows back. Brings the ball all the way up, almost looks like he's giving a good luck kiss on the way.
It's well played with this. It's a good ball.
Just save a blue, mate. I would try down there beforehand, touch the whites up on us.
It's quite amazing, really. It's not dissimilar to his father's delivery, if I remember rightly. And it's amazing how you pick up certain things you learn from either your parents or your grandparents.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Look at this again.
Yeah,
That's a good ball by Paul Foster. 3 good balls. Even though Jason Evans would be an experienced bowler, he wouldn't have played in this level of competition very much.
It's the first Commonwealth Games for Jason Evans. Took up the sport at the age of 13, as you mentioned, under the tutelage of his father.
Playing with a very experienced competitor in Jerry Baker.
Good try, mate. Just up, that's all.
But through. Yeah, you look at the two skips together, 11 Commonwealth Games between them.
Yeah, seen it all, done it all.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Banks.
Oh, he's played it well, Jerry
Very good
Baker.
ball.
It's a good ball. That is a good ball.
Got off it. I was playing the same summer weight. Any contact on it?
Good directions by Paul Foster. Any contact on that ball into the jack is good.
There's the weight. Just tipping under the line.
All right, we'll change.
Well, they've played together for so long, Paul
That's
Foster
mine.
and Alex Marshall.
Get
They know
another.
each other. It's game inside out. They know how to communicate.
Well, I think the shot's you, so if you lift it, you're good. If you miss it, you come in a good spot. Just that type of way.
Yeah, that's a good call. Lift that ball and get past it into the Scottish bowls.
Can promote the green ball.
Lift, Banks. Oh, well done, mate.
That's good, and he gets a ball at the back out of it as well. Still a shot effort. Alex Marshall, though.
South Africa lie 2.
Perfect connection here. Inside edge off the blue, get the green as well.
Scotland relying a bundle. Shot identification, such a key part of the game. Execution then has to follow. Well, he likes this. He likes it. Jerry Baker has a shot to play as Scotland were 2 down and line 1.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Alex. He went a bit further than he would have wanted, but he still got to hit the target. Good strike. Split would have been better. Played it well, didn't he? Really good at that shot, Alex. Doesn't miss many of those. There's room there for Jerry, but he's going on a new line now on this hand. Off his forehand, he's a left-hander. A little bit slower out the line.
Well done, mate.
White ball, he did.
Quality ball. It's a top ball from a top player.
And good sportsmanship there from Paul Forster as well. Immediately indicated.
Good weight, you see. He had a little touch off it, but he's in that area again there.
Brought in his own as well. So that was the advantage to play on his own ball through, John. Brought that into the count as well. That's good bowling. He was settled for taking 1. Happier to take the 2. Longer jack length selected by South Africa.
He's right on line with that. you'll find in the evening on these greens, they'll just get a little bit slower. The sun's gone down now, Paul. At some point, a little bit of damp will come up.
Players, it's probably the best time of the day to play. It is warm but cool, if that doesn't seem like a contradiction. Very pleasant conditions now around Kelvin Grove.
Right on line with that ball, just pulling up. Very good line by Jason.
Come on, man, come on, come on.
Just needs to run. He beats that ball. He's played it well. Played it really well. It's a great ball.
And good applause from the Scots crowd too. Was well played here, Jason Evans, wasn't he, John?
Yeah, he was, Paul. Good line. Just very good weight, drops in. Oh, he liked that one, didn't he? Get in there, he said.
You do get some great expressions.
Well, old habits die hard, and you know, cast his mind back. He learned his bowls through his dad's club, probably, and East Town were a very aggressive club in the 1970s. Young men really up for it every game.
Looking good, Jerry.
Just going to come inside, well played.
Oh, that's a nice touch, isn't it?
Bowls doesn't always deserve the genteel image that it sometimes gets.
Yes, in a way, that club, I remember, was ahead of its time in a way. They were high fives even in those days. You didn't see that too often then.
Alec Marshall unleashes. It's going to hang.
And again, I think.
And he's gone for the big strike, missed it on the wide side. Lovely action, Jerry Baker. Head still.
That's still coming, man.
Beautiful follow through.
Okay. Line's good.
Just dropped his weight on that one. Will he go again?
Because the two balls are so tight together.
Yeah, he's weighed again. He's looking for the strike. Still high. Not a big target, is it?
Certainly not massive. There's a lot of other balls in the head, though, Scotland. Jerry Baker will want to draw this one in.
Come on, Jerry. Round it, clean run.
Well, he's unlucky. A really good weight on that. Just caught the edge of the bowl.
Interesting to see the angle, if that's made any difference to whether the fact that it's 2 or 3.
A marker indicating 3 South Africa.
Yep.
Well, he's gone twice. He's committed to himself, really, Paul.
I'm not convinced I'd be giving that up without a measure.
It's not going to be easy to draw it and beat the 2 that's on the jack, so he may just gamble again, try and bring his line in.
Well, he was closer with his second. He rarely misses twice.
There he goes again.
It's the third attempt.
Close this time, very close. That was a good hit.
Still 2 against. Well, he hit it, but he didn't get the ideal connection. So 3 attempts. If he disturbed it with his second ball, you've got the chance of the recovery ball. Not on that occasion.
Yeah, he brought his line in. This was a good strike. Gets it pretty solid too. Could have easily run off with that. Good hit, poor result.
Get up here, Jason. Oh, give it to you there. Holding one.
Forced it off the backhand. It's been clapped in by Alex Marshall.
Yeah, good opener as well. Got the crowd going.
Well, Alex Marshall knew from a few yards away that that was a good ball. Jack obscured by the blue ball.
Yeah, Paul knew he just dropped the weight off then. Back in line again.
31, 31, 301. Just under that ball there. Half feet does you, mate. Mate. Right here.
Got a chance with this.
Good try, mate. Hurry now.
Got a chance.
Ball, very good.
Yeah, that's really good. And a little touch as well. Yeah, that's pretty good lead in. Advantage Scotland. All about good weight, see, Paul. Just inside the line, but you've got to get a good result then. Won't look good to Jerry Baker from the mat end.
To the South African skip. Have a look. Of course, the left-hander, his forehand to the backhand had been played by Paul Forster. It'd be hard to replicate the line.
He's got the touch as well.
Second shot, well done.
Come through too, single.
That's a good result then.
Gives him something to play on to as well.
Front in front,
Not
mate.
easy for Alex Marshall either.
You know, I could easily turn that ball down now.
Quick, play that. You can't play that. Of course you can.
Puff of the cheeks, he's not sure on that.
8 inches.
Everyone in that crowd will venture an opinion. They'll be telling him what to do.
Never short of opinion a Scottish bowler.
He's gone off the forehand. He feels that's a better line in.
Go in.
Around it comes.
2.5 feet, mate.
Will have learned from that shot.
Bit of a
Feel a
shot
little bit
there.
happier about playing it next time round.
Okay, well then you just lift in yours. Lift yours closer.
Can't be worse.
Right?
Applying to it can't be worse.
Yeah, look, if you're going to get that, you got third, 2/3.
Not quite sure where the Welsh accent went from Jason Evans.
That's a sort of Welsh South African accent, I don't know.
2 days back in the Valleys, he'd be fine.
now would have came up.
Did actually come back for a couple of years, Jason. I met him. He was playing a bit of bowls about several years ago, and did have a chat with him at that time. And then he went back to South Africa.
Was it something you said?
Could have been. I think he took a look at the Welsh weather and thought, I'm back off over there.
This is a good effort.
He was younger then. I think he took a time out to come back and see some of the old family and spent a bit of time, did a bit of work over here. I think South Africa was his home. They went as a child, and I think they're well settled out there. Got a family now, Jason.
He's enjoying his first experience of the Commonwealth Games. Dropped their opening match to New Zealand comfortably. Got through against Namibia earlier on today.
All right.
Problem for Jerry Baker is to get to the short bowl. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's also good.
Short bowls there.
You're getting it there. It's pretty good, huh? I think you maybe need a little bit more than last.
Will he get down?
Looked high out the hand, pacey too. Do with hanging around. Both those balls into the ditch. Of course, that changes the back position slightly as well. If one of them had held on, that would have at least been something out of that shot.
Yeah, they're looking here to conjure a bit of magic and get a counter to this. It's very difficult. I can't see anything on. There's a plant there. You can see it on those blue balls.
Those blue balls just to nudge the red ball out the way.
How he gets to that, I'm not quite certain.
It'd be a hard shot, because even if you could draw into it, you wouldn't draw in with the weight required
to move the ball. That's
yep.
right, Paul. And if he plays any more, he could flick off a short ball and get his own ball away. So it's very difficult for Alex to make another. It'll be an incredibly good ball if he gets another one out of this. He's inside it.
Not going to do any damage, and doesn't. Back in 2010, and the pairs Scotland reached the semi-final stage, but lost out to South Africa. Also lost the playoff for the bronze medal. It was the first time in 10 Commonwealth Games that none of the Scottish bowlers brought home a medal.
Yeah, since the appointment of David Goulet, they've worked very hard, trained well, prepared. Nothing has been left a chance, so they'll be expecting some medals here this week in Glasgow.
Paul Foster. One of the things that the Scotland team experimented with was different ways of warming up. As Paul Foster comes in again. They found it beneficial to do some stretching and some moving before coming on to the green. They occasionally play a little bit of frisbee. They tried a little bit of football, but thought that was just asking for an injury or two along the way.
Yes.
Because there's no such thing as a friendly game of football in Scotland.
I was going to say, there'll be a few tackles flying in there. I've seen a few Scotland teams over the year warming up. They wouldn't be playing with frisbees.
I'm sure it's done in private.
Couple of metres on your last, Stu. Nice line.
Foster likes it.
That's very good. It's a great ball. Well, he'll attack this, Jerry Baker. It's a big target. Close for this.
First time.
Oh, what a connection that was. 2 balls, shot ball. Plays that shot really well.
Scotland have got the back position.
Needs to stay high. He's got the jack here. Fortunate.
Are we holding the shot, mate?
Jerry Baker will be aware. There's a couple of Scottish balls at the back. There's another one in here.
Another one in the head, huh? Yeah, yeah, on a drop.
Yeah, that's what you need, Jerry. He said you need another one in the head. Certainly does. Good line again. Just wants to get on the side ball, it'll be good. It's a bit unfortunate then, that was a good attempt. He looks a backhand shot, he gets the jack. Inside the short ball, the short green one. 1 o'clock and he gets the bowl or the jack. 2 good bowls in position at the back.
Plenty of chances here for Alex Marshall. As I mentioned, he's won in 2006, but he also took the gold medal in this discipline back in 2002.
Yeah, I think his lead then was George Snedden, who's on the coaching staff now.
He's close.
Just overplayed it on the high side, didn't he? Weight would have been okay. Well, too heavy, he fell. I think he was looking to play it a bit more control. I think the weight would have mattered if he was on line. Yeah, Alex won with George Snedden. I think in Manchester, George was a good player.
Did indeed.
Played many years in the Scottish team, indoors and outdoors.
Just over the weight with a conversion shot by Jerry Baker, the difference. So single shots. This is Commonwealth Games bowling action from Kelvin Grove in Glasgow. Day 2 of the 2014 games. This is an intriguing tie in the men's pairs, Scotland and South Africa. Quite quick pace to the game, John. I mean, we've already had 7 ends. It just seems to be flying by.
Yeah, both skips don't mess around up and down the rink, but they play the balls very quickly. Foster's very sharp on the mat. Nice rhythm to the game then.
Right up, not yet.
Good start by Paul Foster.
Masters, Foster and Marshall have played twice in this tournament already, providing two relatively easy victories, but they would have known that this match would be crucial. It would be played in front of a big crowd, and sometimes just got to slow yourself down.
Enjoy the shot here. Let fire.
Yes, and you know that Jerry Baker, South Africa, lots of experience, being a Commonwealth champion, so you know you're going to get a tough one.
Better from Jason Evans.
Yeah, that's good.
Last ball's that shot, mate. Inside. Yeah, stay up a bit longer.
Nicely. Just needs to turn the ball, just get inside it. It's dropped back as well against the bias. Good position there.
Pretty steady at the moment, Paul Foster.
Yeah, that's a good ball, wasn't it? Good weight. Look at that, just falling back. The worm under the bow.
Oh, we've not seen our friends the Seagulls today. Saw them here a couple of days ago, swarming all over the green.
The weight was good, Jerry.
Yes, oh yeah. Very good, mate.
Oh, that's very good. Good weight, good touch off the ball.
Paul Foster looked like a curler there for a moment, just about to sweep it in. Instead, he just applauded the ball in. This is up. It's onto his own.
Yeah, well done. Third shot.
2 mate. See what you lost?
Yeah, still like two.
Jerry, last one fraction the blue one. No, about 3 inches gap.
Simple shot to the last, just doesn't get through.
Right, pick it up. Very good ball to get to. Just on the draw, onto that ball.
Yeah, Jerry Baker's looking at this on the other side now.
It's a good sluggish day.
You can see the gap he's looking at. He's inside the line.
Top of the orange. Anyone
This
away?
is partners' balls.
There's two on the card here. Could make a third.
Certainly could. He's certainly looking to see how he can do it. Simple draw. And when we say simple, we mean the concept of it rather than the execution. Still a hard shot to play.
Alex is looking at a similar ball to Jerry. He's trying inside or outside that green ball. He's played this well if he gets a run. Oh, just short of weight. Unfortunate.
Lovely line just coming inside. And Scotland will be quite happy to take the 2. Well, it's peons. 6 apiece after 8 ends. It's a really good contest. That just nudged it on. And those 2 are to be locked in.
Always a difficult end for Jerry Baker to recover.
It's a great shot, just gives you the perfect view of Paul Foster coming round. Just really put that out fairly well.
Yeah, gets a good bend.
And you can see good swinging hand.
This is good again. That's a good start, Jason Evans. Loping the delivery style of Paul Foster.
Off the forehand. Once more.
That's good again. Even better this time.
Some encouragement from the sidelines from his coach. It's not bad in from Paul Foster, but it certainly has a chance to come in here again.
Yeah, just wants to find a couple of feet further past the jack. Jerry Baker's indicating where that foot position. Oh, didn't quite get to that position.
Well, looked a promising end initially for Jason Evans. If he'd just come behind with his third, you would have thought, yep, that's good leading.
Yep, needed a bow past the third one.
Problem here, if Scotland get any movement at all on the jack, these bowls become virtually redundant.
That gives him a sight of it, Alex. Close for that.
Certainly was. South Africa lying. 2 shots.
Semi-crouch position with Jerry Baker. Typical South African stance. Lovely flow in action. Easy delivery, Paul, isn't it?
Beautifully done. Tell his bowls apart from Scottish ones, which might be of a similar colour, the big compass style dial on the top.
A little bit of disturbance in the crowd. 1 or 2 people moving around. Going for a comfort break.
Moving away as happy as could be. Refocus. Oh, it's coming back. Beautifully in behind the jack. So hard to get away.
They're raising their glasses to him in the crowd.
Oh,
It's not dandelion and burdock.
Or maybe the odd touch of alcohol. There's the odd cold beer on a beautiful summer's evening. Great game of bowls in the Commonwealth Games that's really caught the imagination. Glasgow University in the background. Bowling building.
Yeah, it's a wonderful set in here. Well, then Alex on the forehand, he doesn't want to disturb the last bowl. He's got a run from there.
There's a lot of traffic in front. Is it just the perfect draw? That is the option.
Certainly looks that way, doesn't it?
To try and promote and clatter, you'd just be causing yourself problem.
Well, you can't predict where the jack's going to go. Forward just a foot of weight, really. No more. He won't get back if he uses too much. Get the bend. It's a good effort, isn't it? He's not far away with this. Not far away with this. Oh, he's played it really well. That's a ripper. What a great ball that is.
Terrific ball. Oh, we thought it would be the forehand. And he just, you say, just that extra foot of weight. And he turns that into a double for South Africa.
Yeah, that was a super ball. Class ball. It's easy to call them. You've got to play them, though. Wonderful ball, Jerry Baker.
He's quite happy to spoil any potential Scottish party. 9 ends played. Halfway through the match, we played to 18. Or 2 hours and 15 minutes is the time limit. 14 shots from the 9 ends. And the pair has scored more than a 2 at any end. Longish length.
Hey, Jace.
Yeah, I think they're deliberately keeping it long. I mean, anybody who watches the indoor bowls knows there's Paul Foster and Alex Marshall particularly like a short jack. Matt back. Jack just over the peg, if you like, 23 meters. They're very strong at that length.
Well, deadly. There's few people that would be brave enough or foolhardy enough, perhaps, to take them on at that game. Well, they can play just about any length, as you would expect of Commonwealth champions.
Yeah, got another chance. Perfect.
There's great pedigree on the green. I mean, you're looking at 3 out of the 4 players have won this particular discipline.
Yes, Jason is the rookie, so to speak. He's doing okay at the moment. He's sticking in there.
Okay, mate, you'll get it this time. Here you come, mate. Hold it back.
Certainly improved.
Yeah, good.
Oh, that's the one.
Level with the jack, jack high. Jason Evans was asked to follow it. Pretty much did.
One mate, just got to play it. Just try and drift inside it. Just your own, Paul. Just your own. Just a meter, Jack. That's good.
A little nick on that wouldn't have done any harm. Well, there's the bowls of the skips. You can see very distinctive the speckle pattern for Alex Marshall. And the dark speckle through the bowls of Jerry Bacon, you see almost the compass style, distinctive markings. Players don't have any problems, so it does help the crowd.
Yes, that's
so
right.
distinctive.
Second shot, mate. Well done.
Now second ball.
Go I one, mate. Play here. You have to play here. Close, mate. Get a jack tap.
Neely is looking for that jack, turn the jack.
B2.
Jerry Baker will already have spotted the danger building up behind. They pop one on top to make it difficult, or you do make sure you're through.
He's good with this. Could have the jack himself, just inside it. Wow, that's a good result. Fall back as well. Well played again.
3 seconds you've got.
Satisfied with that.
Last thing you want to do is bring them in now. You see it, no? Run the ball down there. Go then, yep. There's something.
Was he going to have a little run? He'd have to come between the two green balls, that's the marker, to try and pick out the ball that's just gone in. I'll tell you what. Oh, he's unlucky.
What an effort that was. Very unlucky. Needed a full contact. Got a half ball. Here it comes. Down the gap, picks up the hole. Now he gets that full, gets it half. Very unlucky.
Yeah, he thought he got it. He thought he had it. It's his own green one. Probably wanted just a little bit more of that to slow himself down.
Well, big Scottish support in tonight for this pair. Alex Marshall. Think you play this again.
So close the first time.
Going for the gap again. Looking good. He's in the area. Oh, just caught on the front one. Oh, and he's turned that in as well. Well, 2 balls, 2 shots.
Well, with any shot there's a risk. That was the potential risk that you could bring it up. It looked so good for so long, and then it just dipped away inside. And then clunk, click, clunk. The other ball stayed.
Yeah, well, you can see what Alex thinks of that.
The biggest shots gap in the game so far. 4 shots in favour of the South Africans. 8 ends to play.
Jason Evans on a good line. That's a good opener. Very good ball.
Start with line,
good again, Jace. Okay, good, well done.
Good again, mate.
What's the improvement like from Paul Forster?
2.5 feet, mate.
And again, everything's good.
Well, 2.5 feet on that ball would have been good.
Run, Jason, run. Run. Deep.
It's promoted for Paul Forster.
Guarantee that 2.5 feet.
Jason
Send the ball, you
Evans
turn the jack.
and the two green balls to the left of your picture. I really wanted just to come in and come round.
Chance.
He needs to stop on something.
That's the problem there. If you overplay it on the high side, just drifts away.
Plenty to think about for Scotland. See, Matt is bathed in the sliver of sunshine that remains here at Kelvin Grove.
Jerry Baker sees the danger, needs another ball in there. It's the side of that, that's good. Bit unfortunate, dropped off, widened the target. It's a high line.
It's too high there.
I just wonder whether Alex might be better just attacking this. There's a big target on the two balls. Clear the balls away.
It's interesting. Scotland have the two best back balls at the moment.
Jerry's looking for the Scots ball here. Gets a touch off that, you get a good result.
Okay, that's helped, I think.
Still there.
It's not far away. It's a measure for short.
There's only one bowl in there for Scotland, though. Looking a bit lonely at the moment.
Yeah, I think your shots selection's right here. He'll just try and come into the two South African bowls, see what he can disturb.
Looks better for line. Looks better for line with this.
Oh, he was unlucky. And actually, there's not much of a target left.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there now with Alex. A couple of bad results.
Oh, it's still anybody's guess whose shot so close.
Jerry's putting the fingers on it. Never works for me.
It's like trying to find water, isn't it? Water divining. It doesn't really work.
God, difficult to call, isn't it? Slightly favour the Scottish bowl now. Yeah.
Speckled ball.
Speckled ball.
I don't even think the players would measure. I think they just call for the umpire straight away.
Happy if you are. Yeah, happy if you are, Tom.
Yeah, a little shot there, Jerry, saying he just sort of stunned that ball away. Doesn't really want the jack. That's what weight you'll play this with. Normally controlled weight. Normally pretty good at this sort of shot.
I've shown it a couple of times this evening already. It's a left-hander. He's just tracking.
Okay.
Now then, time for a conference between Foster and Marshall. This is where it was interesting, John, because there's potentially 2 or 3 different shots that you could play. Everybody has their own opinions about what's right, but when you've played together as a pair, you know the strengths and weaknesses of your partner. Chances are that I would imagine 95 times out of 100, Paul Foster and Alex Marshall will agree.
Yeah, I think they've got to be certain what they want to play here. It's an opportunity, got a couple of balls just past the jack before they reach this. Any movement I would think is good for them. Now then, yeah, it's using a little bit of weight on this side. Looks a little wide. Is he going to get back? Is he going to get back?
Started to come back. Oh, it finds the hole.
Well, got back quicker than I thought. Always looked a little on the high side.
Well, the umpires are called, the calipers are out, but this really swung across.
Came quick at the end.
Really did.
Got the gap. Can't believe it.
I don't think he expected it to swing quite that much.
He's had a bit of bad luck in the last couple of ends, Alex. He's been far away. That's the tail of the caliper.
Very tight, very precise. We have measuring balls. Well, looks like South Africa from that angle. It is indeed. So Scotland have some work to do here. Trailing South Africa by 5 shots. We've played 11 ends.
Yeah, it's not a crisis, but it's going to cause some concern at the moment.
Very good, yeah, Jason.
Another good start. Jason Evans growing in confidence.
Just that wee bit.
We can pause there, it'll be brilliant. Never like this line.
Yeah, me neither.
Just missed
Not
it.
much for a wee
It's good.
ball. Find a wee connection.
Overweight, lost the ball.
Yeah.
Didn't really want that.
It just seems in danger of not pulling up in time.
Maybe come yet very near now.
I want to get a shot. I think they'll want to try and move this jack to a shorter length again. That's a good ball. Just knocks it over. Lets you see it from the mat. You always feel much happier.
Yeah, it just opens it out a little bit. Jason, you don't want to waste this ball. Can't afford to lose this one as well. He's overcompensated.
Take a wee chance here, mate. Just arrive on it.
This is a chance. Alex saying to Paul, arrive on it.
Very controlled weight.
There they are.
Oh, 3 balls around it, John.
Yeah, the one that matters is a South African ball on the jack. Bit vulnerable at the moment.
Alex Marshall said to Paul Foster, be here. Just wonder if Paul Foster might have fancied a little run at that. I know it's early in the end, but I mean, he's one of the most capable players in the world.
Yeah, this is the first bowl of the end. It's a shot bowl. Good start. Now then, Jerry Baker looking to add a second bowl.
Come on, Jerry.
Gets inside that, he's very well played.
Very good,
Oh,
mate.
that's not bad there. It's on the green, back position.
I think it was really good.
Another one around the area, 4 seconds.
Jerry Baker on his
Any
backhand,
chance now, mate?
not arriving.
I'd increase it. 4
I'm
seconds.
surprised he didn't arrive with that. Little chance here now for Alex.
It's so hard to play the weighted shots at such a length. Played to arrive. It's a Scottish ball.
Just can't get a line to it. Trying to play a controlled weight to get it out. Just wonder whether he can have a full drive at it and try and flick it away.
I think if Jenny Baker doesn't do anything with this, it's perhaps the course of action
Have a look if you don't.
Alex Marshall is going to take.
Again, what do you say about the ball?
This last ball here, half of the ball is behind the jack. I think it's there. Get to that ball, you're very good.
Off his forehand.
That's good, Jerry.
Good position at the back. That ball is still vulnerable.
Possibly takes the full drive away, because if you were to take it into the ditch and not go, potentially you could lose more.
Yeah, I'd be tempted really to really have a go at this. Takes the shot ball. He could take his closest ball away as well, but he possibly would come off and miss the jack. Doesn't want the jack, obviously. The two back balls are against. That's what Paul is saying. I think if it goes sideways, they've got a chance of coming out of it, you know, with something. It's not easy, but I think it's a strike. More weight.
All the bowlers in the crowd will have their own ideas. It's up to Alex Marshall.
Couple away.
Manager
Have another
to
shot at it, Sue. Step for the orange.
get more than the one trophy cabinet for the house, it's fair to say.
Needs a trophy room.
How true.
More weight it is.
Played with pace, it's not going to come back. Doesn't do any damage. And that's 4 consecutive ends for the South Africans. Well, the match was evens at 6 apiece after 8 ends. 4 ends later, 6 shots have been picked up by Jason Evans and Jerry Baker with a run of 2-2-1-1. That's a nice lead to be taking in. 6 up, 6 to play.
Good opener again. He's finding a few good opening balls, Jason. Nailed it a couple of times in this direction.
Certainly Joy's playing it down this way. Jack just slightly off centre now. There's a lovely dip in down there, Paul Foster.
That's a good reply.
There you go, yeah, you reach it. Turn the jack behind, very good. Come on, Jason, run.
If this runs, it's very good. Oh, that's a great ball there. That's good lead-in.
Connect on your own, but if you get the back one, it's good.
Foster just looking to repeat his last. It's just a little touch on.
Okay, down you go. That's good,
It's okay where it is.
Yeah, that's a good ball as well. 4 really good deliveries by these leads.
Good track again, mate.
Wow. Just inside the line. The weight was good.
really far away there, but I think he's probably better on the other side. 3 metres, just not much away, just guarantee it. Anything in there's good. Ball. Very near here.
It's giving us a chance. That's exactly what Alex Marshall said to him. Don't worry, if you come down you get it great, if not, be behind. Be where I need it to be.
Yeah, he played it well. I mean, that's what you want. You just want to play overweight. If you do miss, you go into good position. Receiving position just behind the jack. Gives the skip a chance. Getting the stage in the game now. Scotland need to start scoring.
Jerry Baker, Fontaine in South Africa, currently resident in Johannesburg.
Third shot, mate.
Gate for you.
We're going to come back.
Very wide with that. It's on the green though.
Can't see the jack going there, I can see it go to Paul.
Like here.
No, to Paul. You can see it. Saying I think the jack's going to go that side, Jason, not?
Okay, well then lift yours. Or get off yours, get to that ball there.
Yeah, it's very deliberate. I think it's going deep with this to cover the back position. Didn't get that.
It's swallowed up,
Like
just
that.
too high a line. Need a bit more weight from that.
Off the edge of the ball as
That's
well.
a skip you think to yourself, I've wasted that.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything really out there. Now then, Alex, you pulled the line in.
Tillman, a little nod of the head from Paul Foster. It's just off target as well. They're just chasing a fair bit now, Scotland.
That's the danger, start chasing the game. To play running rate, really, you may as well just go full drive. You're going to lose the ball anyway with that weight if you miss, so.
Get like jack level to the 2 meter mark. It's pretty good, I think.
Bit of a quandary here now. South Africa, they might just play for position again. Yep, that's where it's going. Jason Evans, foot down, that's where he wants the ball.
Quite insistent with the left foot there.
Certainly more weight on this.
Both the South African players play out of the Belgravia Bowling Club. Paul Forster and Alex Marshall played together for a long number of years in different clubs, but they've played so often at international level.
Now then, Alex. Firmer, a lot firmer. In the area, needs a contact. Got a result. I think he might have got shot out of that one.
He has indeed. Paul Forster applauds. And then the crowd follow. Now they're having a look. Could be a couple in this. Paul Forster. He's just instructing, he says that's the first one. He's looking for a little bit more.
Toucher in the ditch. Can't see that from our angle.
So again, the ball's being marked up so they don't fall. Well, if you're going to measure one, measure them all. That was the momentum that Scotland needed. So the ball in the ditch belongs to Scotland. There's also the ball to the side. That's a Scottish ball. There's two South African balls to be checked against.
That's well out. Not even close.
Check the green ball, which belongs to Jason Evans.
It's a closer ball of the South African balls. Yeah, it's a Jason Evans ball, the green ball. One for Scotland.
Paul Forster thought it might have been more than a single in it. But it's a time for a meeting of minds between Alex Marshall and Paul Forster as they decide what the tactics are going to be.
Just wonder whether they might go very short.
Would you go naturally short, or would it be pull the mat up short?
I would go mat back. 23 metres, just over the peg. Well, they're moving the mat. They're going to shorten the mat about 5 or 6 metres up the green. This isn't a really a dead short, it's more 3/4 length.
Looking for a change of fortune, Scotland, trailing by 5 shots, 5 ends to play.
Go, Jace. on, Jason. Great start, yeah, Jason.
It's another good start, Jason Evans.
Try and Foster, it's
Just
good.
a metre over Paul Foster.
How'd it feel?
Nice delivery again.
Too much, you know that through.
It's Paul Foster. He's put 2 of his balls through. Chop being applied to the toucher. Will it be disturbed immediately?
Good second.
And again, Jace. You know, you turn your ball, you know, the jacks are all good.
Jason's playing the same hand. Your theory is just turn the jack round the corner. If he misses, you go to the blue bowls. Too strong. He's giving it away.
Well, you called it, Sean, exactly what they were trying to do. Yeah, it's been given away. So Alex Marshall with 2 gold medals at the Commonwealth Games. Paul Foster with the gold. Jerry Baker himself is the owner of 3 Commonwealth Games medals. Just indicates the experience there is on the green.
Yes, there's still a lot of bowls to be played in this match. Has to turn in there, rest on the backman. That's a good bowl. Nearly got a second out of it.
A little bit more space, just nipped the green ball away.
Pretty good line here, Jerry.
Only far away, mate, to be honest. Something similar.
Alex onto his forehand. Doesn't want the edge of the jack, needs it solid. Oh, he's nipped it across, could be one down.
Just got the wrong part of the jack, wanted to take it through.
He is one down. He's in a
Jerry, I
nasty
think he needs to
position.
be
Have
wide.
to
Try and get on them.
Well, there's no doubt where Jerry Baker wants to be. And on those 3 balls, to give Scotland a
Yeah,
chance.
if you, any movement on that ball isn't good. You want to come look?
That's fine.
Just keep it, same as your last ball.
Okay.
You get to.
he said I won't come and look. It
Alex's
won't look any better. So
That's what he wants to do.
it's just a draw in there. Settle on the blue bowls. Good effort. This is a good bowl. That's okay.
Very good.
I think you'll be happy with that.
Well, there's a long conversation between Alex Marshall and Paul Foster, evaluating all possible opportunities. Rest assured they will check out every potential shot. They've been waiting all day to do that pair.
That's made their day.
They made the week. Such a relaxed Glasgow crowd enjoying the bowling action. Enjoying a little bit of conversation. There's conversation on the green. How Brazilian is that, waving at the screen? So here comes Alex Marshall. Can he change things for Scotland? The shot is against. Paul Foster likes it.
I think he's been unlucky again. Been unlucky. Got the contact. He's got his own bowl away as well.
And Jerry Baker still has a bowl to
contact there. He's locked the red bowl in. Bowl with the red disc. Can't lip read, can you?
I can, but I think Alex knew he was on television.
Well, it's a good line again.
Come on, Jerry.
Needs to drop.
Come on,
Needs
Jerry.
to drop. He's played this.
Oh,
he certainly has. That's a great ball. Well, that puts Scotland into trouble. 2 shots. South Africa lead by 14 shots to 7. 4 ends to play on this men's pairs Section A match. What a great feeling this is for Jason Evans, his first Commonwealth Games. Lost to New Zealand to stay in contention. This was a match that South Africa had to win.
Doesn't come any tougher playing the World Outdoor Pairs champions, former Commonwealth Games gold medalists.
Not been overawed at all.
Well, still time for Scotland to turn this around, but it's come to a crunch time now. Need to win this end. Good bowl there.
Again.
Nothing for short now.
Good run now.
Man, hold on, mate, you're all a couple of feet. Hurry. Hurry, yeah.
Told to hurry and run it out. Not quite been at his best, Paul Foster.
No, he hasn't really settled to the rink. He's played a few good bowls. I think he's totally settled on you.
Start your last ball.
Helpful nudge.
Well then, Paul. A little bit of weight just to run in off the bowls. Not quite enough. Face tells a story at the moment.
Well, they've been in worse situations and come through it. But Jerry Baker knows at the moment he's got the upper hand on the Scots pair. Great ball at the last end to draw second shots.
Good, Jerry.
Not too bad from this if he can just take a little kiss
well
over.
Done, mate. That's good there.
A little bit overweight. Got to a good back position. Alex needs to find a good bowl now.
To run it out, urging it on, just short.
I think it's only one. Cut. Line again, Jerry.
It's a line. What's the weight
come
like?
on, mate.
What's the weight like on this one?
Come on, Pete.
What a good
Come
bowl
on,
this
Pete.
is.
Straight behind it.
It's a short bowl.
Up in the last few places.
He just finds one, doesn't he? Just when he needs it.
He's been doing that for most of the evening. Alex Marshall has to follow.
Yeah, it is a catch bowl, so Alex just play over it in the area. Will he get back? Wait, is just holding it off. A bit too keen to get there.
Ball was off the rink. Well, we mentioned Scotland really have to win this end.
Jerry Baker, I'd love to play another bowl like that. Good second bowl. Pop this third one in.
Good again, pal.
Decent line. Gets a drop with good weight.
Come on, Jerry. Just turn mine over. Yeah, that's helped a lot. Well done. Very good.
Just like the previous end, Scotland are having to design a way of finding shots.
Could play a bit firmer. Look for the two balls. Off the angle of the green. Get the other one.
Blessed with good fortune at the last end. All things change for Alex Marshall.
It's a high line. Will it get down?
Knock it in. Single shots.
Another single. Well, that's the position. 15 ends. South Africa lead 15-7.
Well, Scotland failed to win here. The next match and the pairs is against New Zealand. That's tomorrow. That will take on great significance. South Africa will take on New Ireland.
You would fancy that South Africa will beat New Ireland.
You would think so. South Africa are looking good here.
This could come down to a shots position. I know that Scotland had 2 big wins, but don't want to have a big defeat here.
Stop it. Wait up. Up yet.
As things stand, New Zealand have been the unbeaten side in the section. South Africa would have 1 defeat from 3. Scotland would have 1 defeat from 3.
Oh, lovely trick, yes, Joyce. 34 metres. Come on, run now, run.
You're on now. Not much on your last.
No, not the time to start dropping short, Jason. You can't write Paul Foster and Alex Marshall off even with 3 ends to play.
Yeah, well done. Good effort, Sue. Good.
Almost capable of turning something around. Needs to run. He's not reaching.
Just go ignore that, mate.
3 bad balls. That's his worst end.
No, it's not the time for that from a South African point of view. Paul Foster. His third and final ball of the end. Marshall wants it to bend in. He's applauding it through.
That's well played. It's a good end from Paul Foster. Very good end. Yeah, and his life has hope.
Jerry Baker's been intent on spoiling the Scottish party. Very, very steady. Some great balls from the South African skip. He's ready to spoil some more. It's tight.
Now they've gone walkabout on this end at the moment.
We're halfway down Socky Hall Street at the moment.
And then Alex, keep the pressure on, get this ball in.
We're really unlucky last time.
In the area again. Sees the pass, the short ball, doesn't want to hit that.
Good is good, mate.
Got away with one there. They played 4 balls. They've really been in the area where it will matter. So giving that a little bit more. It was thin as well.
Tight again.
Hey, not much.
Another chance for Alex
2
Marshall.
feet down. All right, on. Perfect.
Well, the weight was perfect, according to Paul Foster, so it's just a matter of the line, just the line. Certainly a wider line, Paul.
Well, the thing is, as long as he beats the green ball, he can come in for the count. Is it enough?
Yeah, it's in.
Scotland line 4.
I just wonder whether Jerry will have a little bit of a dip at this. Weighted ball, try and clear at least 2 of those balls. Yeah, you're on TV, lads.
It's spreading. Look at the determination. Just trying to shut everything else out and assess the situation.
He's got the best back. He's trying to draw this with 2 balls and it's faded away.
Interesting there, not a lot of conversation between lead and skip. Jenny Baker, as of the seen it and done it brigade.
He's got to play it, Paul.
Yep.
He's got to be confident what he decides to do. He's got to feel that's the right shot. I'd be tempted to attack this with a little bit of weight. Gamble, get the jack. If you're wide, you get the 2 Scottish balls. Reduce the count.
He knows he doesn't want to let the Scots back in. It's a big moment in the match.
Sure, he'll attack this. More weight.
It's Jenny Baker.
Yeah, it's running at it. It's a lot more weight than this ball. He hold the line. Will he hold the line? Gets one away.
Oh, that's not ideal. Again, he just looked tight from the mat. Never really gave it the chance that it needed.
I think he was okay for line. I think he needed to play it with a bit more weight,
so.
firmer.
I suppose either out of touch on that weight or a little bit firmer on that line.
Play harder, Gamble. now.
Scotland have a chance, John.
Yeah, Tatty's got a chance to get another one in.
Alex Marshall, nicknamed Tatty. Let's see what he can do.
He's trotting up, likes the line. Really does like the line, gets inside the short run, he's good. Oh, he's just run out of steam.
An opportunity missed, with 3 shots picked up.
Well, that gives him a chance.
Gives him a chance, but psychologically leaving that shot on the green, so to speak, John. 15-11 with 2 to play, 4 down with 2 to play. You feel much more confident. The gap is down to 5, 2 ends to play. Glasgow 2014 men's pairs.
Now then, they're going short. It's one of the shortest jacks we'll have played.
At normal length.
This is a default position for Marshall and Foster. They love this length normally.
Pop your first one on top, put all the pressure on your opponent. Jason Evans just has to forget the last end. Noise well played.
That's a good opener. Didn't have a great last end, but he's recovered. Good first ball, a bit of movement there. Foster just steadies himself.
Changes his hand as he can rest on the green ball. That looks better.
Yeah, it's a big ball, good swinging.
Keeps his hand on the forehand. Just to nick Paul Foster's ball. I'll just come in between. That's excellent play. A foot away behind the jack.
Yeah, it was a really good delivery. Just dropping behind the jack. Well then, Paul. Same ball needed. That's a good line again. Will he hold? Will he hold to the jack? Unlucky. It's a good ball there, though. Good build up there. Perfect ball for Jason here, just to turn the jack towards his green balls, take the blue balls out of the game. Tell you what, isn't he trying with this? Just inside it. Good headed balls by both leads.
Fascinating stuff. Now, it could be a question of which skip moves the jack first. Thank you to the organisers of Glasgow 2014 for that little blast of music. Please, we'll call you.
Now then, Alex. Looking for the jack. And he's just going underneath. Another ball in that position. Well, it's a fascinating end. One good ball from either skip. Could score a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, could close the game out for South Africa. Put Scotland right back in it.
Jerry knows what he needs to do.
Takes his time. It's coming through. All the way through.
Still there for Alex Marshall. Any movement is good. higher line. Popped it out just a little bit wider, not getting back.
Well, there's another shot on there too.
Yeah, I think you spotted that quickly, Paul. It's a
Take the two balls out.
Yep.
The other green ball will go too.
Before that, Jerry Baker has to play. Might not be there after this delivery. It's a better line. Just inside it though.
It's not helpful.
Now then, choices. You play the neat shot, try and get the jack, or you attack the two bowls.
Well, you've tried it twice, and it's not come off.
And the perfect bowl is to trail that jack for 5, isn't it? You get a half on the jack, you put it in that blue bunch, you get 5 shots, but it's the harder shot to play. Everybody's just missed on the inside. Paul's had 3 bowls down there. Could get off that bowl at 2 o'clock, the red disc bowl.
The jack has got to move properly from a Scottish point of view.
Certainly think he'll play some amount of weight, Paul.
Yep.
Gets the 2 bowls on the split, he'll get a shot off it. And that's the first priority at the moment. Don't lose the end.
Don't worry about the fact your opponent's got the last ball. You do your bit first.
Now then, very important ball, Alex Marshall.
It's a chance of a big count for Scotland if he can get it.
Does he like it? He gets off the angle. If he gets down, he's close. If he gets down, yes, he's played it well. That's a great ball, Alex Marshall.
What a shot by the Scotsman.
Under pressure, and he delivers. Great ball.
Well, Jerry Baker will come down to have a look. That puts Scotland right in the game. They're lying 3.
Look at this. Controlled weight. Couldn't have played it any better on the split. That's a wonderful ball. Class ball from a class act.
Now then, Jerry Baker. He did waste his second ball. His first ball was the furthest one through. If he draws the shot here, it's virtually game over. If it stays as it is, well, the Scots will be 2 down and an end to play.
Tempted to follow Alex in on the line that Alex played, actually. Can use his own ball. He's lining up on his backhand side. He's played 2 balls on this hand. Hasn't really hit the line yet. And then, what's he like for line?
Come on, Jerry.
Fighting to come back down as he played it. Well, that has certainly taken 1 out the count. Is it just a single? It is. He dropped 2 out the count.
Well, it was a quality ball as well, wasn't it? He reduced the 3 to 1. Got to give him a lot of credit for that. Would have been a big difference in that if they'd have got the treble.
Very sticky last end for South Africa. There would have been 2 in it as it is. Going into the final end, the 18th end at Glasgow 2014. Paul Forster and Alex Marshall trailing Jason Evans and Jerry Baker by 4 shots.
Yeah, and a bit before the game, if you said to Jason and Jerry Baker, you'll be 4 up playing the last end against the World Outdoor Champions, you'd take that.
Oh, in a heartbeat. Jason Evans not played well in the last 2 ends.
Well, I thought he had a reasonable end the last one. I think the end before he was weak. I think he had a decent last end, but you know, he needs to keep it tight now.
I was looking from the point of view that he allowed Scotland to be able to build that. He really, I thought, with his third should have just been in beside Paul Forster.
Yeah, he missed his line slightly on the narrow side, I would agree that. But
don't want to be overcritical, but at this stage where you're looking just to possibly mix and match.
Yeah, you're probably right there, Paul, but I think it's difficult. The pressure comes on, obviously. Got a little anxious. Got to the 3/4 length now. Lengthened it slightly in this direction. Paul needs to give him a good start. Not a bad opener. That's a good ball to start with. Well, they're applying a bit of pressure now. The crowd are getting on their feet.
South Africa are going to win this. I know they've been in a real scrap. towards the end, remember they led by 8 shots. That lead has been cut in half.
Good effort by Jason Evans. That's a good reply. Really good reply. Loping stride of Paul Foster. Trying again. Big effort again with this. Got to run, Paul. What a line that was.
Pretty short. Three points for a win in the section. It's a point for a tie. There's no extra end to determine a winner in the group stages.
Good line as well with Jason. Just dropped the meter.
Change of hand.
He's close with this. Very close if he runs. Yeah, made it, I think. There's 2. The Tartan army are on the march.
Will South Africa spoil it and bring them crashing to a halt?
One really good ball kills it.
It does.
South Africa play a back touch, it's game over.
Pass the front ball. It's number 1.
That's the old ball to where my foot is from the skip.
It's a weight like.
He doesn't want to promote that ball. Well, it's getting very, very interesting. It's been an interesting game. Well, there's some fellow members of the South African squad.
Bobby Donnelly on the right, yep, singles representative. Waving at himself on the screen. He's waving back as well, Don.
Darren Burnett will line up in the singles for Scotland.
Oh dear. A little bit of movement there.
And what moved?
Get some man moving on the other green at the back.
I think you're right. Just up on the elevated platform. Press the reset button.
Well, how good is he? He's turned it in. That could be another.
Scotland line 3, they need 4 for appeal.
Oh, it's getting interesting now. Played good weight here, just lifted the ball, followed through.
Yeah, well done.
Jerry Baker played so well. They thought they'd escaped and got away when they led with 8, with 3 to play.
Playing the gap, playing the gap. It's close. Oh my goodness me.
It didn't look possible.
Any connection there, that was good. Unbelievable.
Still is 2 to play. You wouldn't have thought that was possible.
Look at that. Lick of paint. My goodness me, that was close.
And then, can he repeat?
In the area again, needs to lock on the ball. He's in the area, he's played it. Number 4. Oh, they're really going for this.
What a ball from Alex Marshall. His partner laid 2, he's drawn 2. Scotland have the 4 they need for a tie. But here comes Jerry Baker.
That's the same ball for Jerry, isn't it? Gets the gap. He'd be very unlucky to do the same again. He's inside it.
It's gone tight.
He's inside it.
Well, now Alex Marshall has a shot to give Scotland a match lie. Well.
Well, Jerry Baker's got the last ball. What would you do, Paul?
I would draw, I would say, I'll draw, I'll line match, and if you can beat me, you beat me.
Well, here he goes. Forehand delivery. Looking for the draw, I think. It's on the jack line. Tell you what, he's very close with this. He's trying good. He's played this. He's played this. Number 5. Number 5.
Well, the crowd are on their feet here at Kelvin Grove. And why not? The unlikeliest of comebacks is on. They trailed by 8 shots with 3 to play. They lie 5, 1 ball to come. And what a moment for Jerry Baker. The reigning champion has got work to do.
Great ball there again. Look at the crowd. Fantastic end. Match life, she's going mad. Steady on, darling.
Well, who would want to be Jerry Baker right at this moment? It's either a bitter defeat or it's glory.
Oh, he's trying to draw this. That's a big shot. Playing the draw.
Well, in he comes.
Playing the draw.
Jerry Baker, has he got it? Oh, it's 4 to Scotland, definitely. And who will be 5? Well, what a remarkable comeback for Paul Foster and for Alex Marshall. Well, it was a brave shot to try and draw it at the end, but he didn't make it. Well, what a match we have witnessed here. It's 4 definitely. They're looking over the ring, and there it is. It's a 5 confirmed. They have made the impossible possible. Paul Foster and Alex Marshall were 8 shots down with 3 to play. What a comeback. 3-1-5. John Price.
Unbelievable. They look dead and buried, but we said these 2 players, they never give up. They can turn it around at any time. They turned on their magic, and that's a brilliant comeback. And what a last end. What an unbelievable last end they played.
Well, if we see a better end than that in this Commonwealth Games 2014, we will be fortunate indeed.
What a finish.
That's a scorecard that Alex Marshall will be thrilled to sign. Scotland looked out of it. We did say you can never count them out. That's why they're world champions.
Exactly. That's why they're the best in the world. Unbelievable. 15 ends, they looked dead and buried, and they pulled it back in the last 3 ends. Magic balls at the end.
Well, Jerry Baker just the wrong side of it to ensure he'll be strolling home on Heartbreak Avenue, because that was heartbreaking for South Africa.
Well, I say they'll take something to recover from that. They must be gutted. Absolutely unbelievable finish by Scotland. And Alex Marshall, he was a legend before. He's more than a legend now. He's God.
Well, it's amazing. They simply don't know when they're down and out. What a wonderful comeback from Alex Marshall and Paul Foster. Paul Foster set it up. Alex Marshall came in, drew 3 shots, and Jerry Baker had no answer. What a stunning finish to a bowls match.
Yes, you won't see a better finish than that. The crowd is still buzzing here. They're unbelievable.
Well, let's have a look back at the high points of the match, and we pretty much know what we'll see to finish. But some tremendous bowling from South Africa early doors.
Yeah, you know, South Africa controlled the game. They played really well. Jerry Baker was really on song early stages.
Well, that was for a couple. Paul Foster conceding them quickly. Paul Foster not always at his best, but boy did he come onto a game towards the end.
Yeah, he was playing reasonably well. Jason Evans was matching him. It's a good game of bowls, but Alex wasn't having much fortune. Jerry Baker was playing really well. Again, you see Jerry always in the area. This was the type of bowl he was playing during the game.
He made that into a couple on that particular occasion. Alex Marshall. Well, he had a couple of good heavy shots that never quite came off for him tonight, but his drawing too was pretty good. This was the closing end. He needed this one. Line 4, needed it to draw 5.
Note was good. Great ball. Posed the question, they put the pressure on.
Oh, Jerry Baker decided to go for the draw, decided not to come in. You could see Messrs Foster and Marshall just waiting to see, but kissed the wrong side of the ball. And although it fell back, it wasn't enough. Well, they love that round Kelvin Grove way. And these home Commonwealth Games for Scotland. Paul Forster and Alex Marshall, well, they may not have won a medal for that performance, but it helps them on their way. Paul Forster and Alex Marshall have defeated Jason Evans and Jerry Baker in the most thrilling of fashions. Scotland winning by 16 shots to 15.